Tony.
Right, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm in a town, city. Whereabouts are we? Now the camera can see us both.
This is England.
Right, so so my friend Russell thinks he's got to speak slowly because there's many Chinese viewers on this channel. So, which town are we in?
Bookham.
Okay, we're in a place called
Hello,
Bookham,
mate.
which is just off the M25.
Yeah. 2 girls, yay!
Now he's just got the news that his son's wife has given birth to 2 girls, twins.
Yeah. 2 gorgeous girls.
So
What
now
weight?
he's become a grandfather. This is the first he's hearing of it.
Wow.
One of them is 5 kilos, the other one
Wow.
is 4.2 kilos. Great news.
Awesome. Congratulations. Can she hear me? Well done. Lovely.
That weight will increase over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Sam, do you remember that fellow that used to eat your chocolate and then wrap it up on the Christmas tree?
Yeah. Hi, Sam.
How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine at the moment. So you've just become a father, yes?
Yeah.
I have.
Hey,
2 beautiful girls.
Yeah, congratulations, mate.
Thank you so much.
It's not been easy. The last 4 months for you have been hell.
I think it's the next 4 months I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Gemma gets to relax. Now it's not me.
No, it's the next 12 years that are going to be hell for you now.
Well, yeah,
Not the next 4 months. Yeah. Tell me, have you chose names for them yet?
Yeah, so one of them's Flora
Flora.
and one of them's Beatrix.
Good. I like them. Yeah, kind of old-fashioned English names. I like
Yeah.
that. Hey, I'll tell you what, Sam. You want to be really posh and call Flora, spell it with a PH.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which one's the oldest?
Twin 1.
Yeah. What,
Is that Flora?
have you given them their names? Have you allotted?
Twin 1 is Beatrix.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
She's the smaller one.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
They're going to look exactly the same, so I'll strongly suggest you get tattoos quickly.
We're gonna get children's nail varnish and do them toenails so we know the difference. No, one's bigger than the other. It's, yeah.
And is this your first? I don't know if you've had others.
I'm not, but my partner's got a 6-year-old, so I've got a 6-year-old stepdaughter as well.
Right. Okay. All right.
Amelia.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I better call everyone else because you're the first.
Okay. All right.
All
Thanks
right.
ever so much, mate. Love you.
All right, cheers.
Cheers,
Thank you.
mate.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
All the best, mate. Bye bye.
Cheers, bye.
So there we have it. Russell has just become a grandfather. He's got 2 granddaughters.
3 now.
We've got 3 now. Yeah. Flora and Beatrix. Ah, there's the
Oh
picture.
look, 2 of them. I know it's twins, but it's just funny seeing 2 of them.
Let's just have a quick look at that. There they are. Let's zoom in. Maybe you can see that. So those twins now are about, wow, 70 minutes old. And they've come into a strange world. But then again, they have a strange grandfather.
Yeah. Right, so let's carry on with it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Anything that isn't required, we can just edit it out. Anyway, right, so I'm going to ask you some questions, Russ. When you've got a moment.
Yes, I'm ready.
To China, what is your views on China? What does the media, the newspapers and TV, what kind of information do they portray China as? Is it an enemy?
No,
Of the-
no. It's only recently where
Yeah.
you read books and,
Mhm.
you know, within the last 10 years, you read in books and you see films where
Yeah.
China's becoming the baddie.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, being
Bit
older,
louder, bit louder.
being older, I'm not shouting. Being older,
Yeah.
you don't think of Chinese as being the enemy.
Chinese people, but I mean, the American government at the moment are portraying China as the enemy, and Biden and Hunter have become too familiar with China.
I don't
So
know
I'm
who
wondering how
Hunter
that's
is.
portrayed in the UK. Huh?
See that I don't know who Hunter is,
All right, okay.
and I'm not really fussed about America.
All right, okay. Right, so I've been back in the UK now for about 8-9 months, and Boris Johnson, the current Prime Minister, who was the current Prime Minister just up until a week ago, has resigned. Is that something that you're particularly happy about? Or unhappy, or again, no views?
I just think I think he did well in COVID.
What did he do to make it? There comes the cat.
Well, he got it was a tough thing to go through,
Yeah.
COVID, and I thought he did it as best he could. I think lots of people had party gates.
Oh, okay. Right, from that, yeah.
But I think the media wanted him out and just wouldn't leave it and 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 wouldn't leave it, and
Don't forget
everybody got fed up with it because they wouldn't leave it, and what's done's done.
All right, so it does seem strange from my perspective, and a lot of people in Asia, is that someone would be, they wouldn't leave it, and they would want someone out without having someone ready to go into their place.
Well, it's the media. Every day you put the telly on, every day they were, at him, digging, trying to get, what about this, what about this, what about this? And they just wouldn't leave it alone. And we said they're not going to stop until he's out of his job. And that's what's happened. And that is the power of the media. And that is why I don't really, everybody is,
now
my age group is fed up.
So a similar media, now it seems like media, mainstream media, has more control over what's going on than governments.
Does it? It's like I say, I don't show any interest.
Well, if it wasn't for the media, then Boris Johnson would probably still be
Well, that's
the
right.
Prime Minister.
I cannot. I haven't bought a newspaper in donkey's years.
But
I won't buy
okay.
a newspaper. I'll read one. I won't buy one.
Right, is Boris Johnson Conservative or Labour?
Conservative.
He's Conservative. Right, so but the Labour Party couldn't get rid of Boris Johnson, but the media could.
Well, no, the Conservative Party got rid of Boris Johnson because they voted him out.
But the Labour Party are, they're
the
rivals.
The Labour Party are nothing.
Are they really? Yeah. I've been
the-
away from politics
Yeah,
in the UK.
the Labour Party are.
They've got no one to over.
No.
Really, no one to replace him. Right. Okay. When's the next election?
I'm in saying this. I mean, nobody thought Trump would get in. Nobody thought Boris Johnson would get in.
Mhm.
Out of the two of them,
Yeah.
I think Boris was better, but I didn't think he'd get in.
Right. Okay.
It's like I felt sorry for Theresa May.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like her?
Well, I didn't dislike her. She was voted in. I think if you voted in and you vote for something, you shouldn't.
You voted for Theresa May? She wasn't elected like a Prime Minister is normally elected.
She's not. Well, I didn't vote for her then, did I?
Okay. All right.
So, but I
It was
don't
David
like.
David Cameron was voted in, but he resigned too.
Yeah, I don't like.
Why did David Cameron resign?
I don't know.
Was it because of Brexit?
Possibly. I think he could see what was coming.
Right. Okay.
And he was a clever man.
Yeah.
To have seen what was coming.
All right. Okay. Now I'm going to change the subject a little. Let me just give you the viewers a quick insight to something. Russ and I knew each other many, many years ago when we was both serving in the military. All right. Okay, and there we have it. And when Russ left the military, you went into become a paramedic. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, a paramedic, I know very little about this, but we all rely on these people. They drive the ambulance, they get there, and they attend to the patients, the victims of an accident or whatever, and then rush them off to hospital in the best condition possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prevent further injury.
Right. Okay. How long?
Prevent loss of life.
How long was you a paramedic?
20 years, man and boy.
20 years as a paramedic. Did you find that job has given you nightmares or any, rough? I mean, you would have seen some horrific sights.
There's a thing called military humour,
Yeah.
and you have that in the ambulance service,
Okay.
and you find a way to deal with things. You don't come home after a shift and talk to your loved one,
Mm-hmm.
because it is, we never did in those days.
Right. Okay.
Um,
It never affected me.
No. There were certain things that affected you more than others,
Yeah.
but you did have to have a sense of humour, and being in the military,
Yeah.
it's possibly a sick sense of humour,
Okay.
whereas you find you're young,
Mm.
you find things funny that other people might not, and you see humour in different things, and that's how you have to deal with.
So the humour of something dramatic, frightening.
It's not
It-
actually
it's about-
making
it's a
humour
way- it's
of
also-
what's happened.
It's a way to get through.
It's to make
Yeah.
humour afterwards
Yeah.
of other things, but
Yeah.
talking about it, and then while you're talking about it,
Yeah.
in introducing humour,
Mm-hmm.
so that while you're talking about it in the crew room with other
Yeah.
staff, that you do actually, somebody says something and people laugh,
Yeah.
and that helps get it out.
Okay. Can I ask? You also mentioned that you, at some point, you was looking after people, and you took them to football matches, and they were ex-military or disabled in some way. What was that job called?
That I was just an administrator
Uh-huh.
for the Ministry of Defence.
Yeah. I think he's been a bit too humble here. He actually, in his spare time, Russ would also visit people, take them to football matches, whether it's paid for by the organisation or not, I don't know. He met many celebrities, football celebrities, and
Many sportsmen,
Yeah.
and the respect the military have of these people, and the best people are boxers and rugby players. The rugby players, very intelligent guys,
Yeah.
big guys,
Mhm.
hard, and they would say to the soldiers, "You're the heroes, not us.
Wow.
You're the heroes," and they genuinely meant it. And some of the things I've seen are absolutely beautiful, brought tears to your eyes.
Yeah.
But the respect these soldiers, men and women, received of the general public and celebrities was heartwarming.
And you went from that, without prying too much, and I can edit if you don't want to say, but are you still working for the authority?
No, I work
Same industry?
for the NHS, the National Health Service.
Okay. China doesn't have an NHS. Can you explain? In fact, America doesn't even have an NHS.
The NHS is a fantastic thing.
What does it stand for?
National Health Service.
National Health Service, yeah.
And everybody pays out of their wages
Voluntary?
towards it.
Voluntary?
National insurance.
It comes under national insurance. So is it taken out the
And-
wage before it's getting paid to the...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So it goes in, and
How much?
I don't know. It depends on what you earn.
Oh, does it? As a
Yes.
percentage of your income?
Yeah.
Right,
And
okay.
it's a fantastic way of doing it, you know, because you're all treated the same. It doesn't matter if you go private, you go private. But if you're, you know, if you're wealthy or you're poor,
Yeah.
and you've got a heart condition, you both go and see, you know, you're sitting in the same clinic. But if you are wealthy, then you potentially go
Private.
But the I can just the NHS has been so good to me.
If there are some people who emigrate to this country, are they entitled to NHS?
If they get jobs,
If let's say an illegal immigrant comes over to this country and falls sick, can he go to a hospital and gets free treatment?
I'm not 100% sure. I think you know, you need to identify
From the humanity
yourself.
point of view, they wouldn't let him stay
Well, no,
sick.
from the humanity point of view, but potentially whatever treatment they have, you potentially may have to pay that money or some of that money back. You know, especially if you need care. If somebody
Yeah.
comes over and they need care,
Yeah.
you know, you can't just.
So they're going to get the treatment, but who's going to pay for it?
Well, the NHS will pay for it, but then potentially they should be, you know, after they recover and get a job, and if they're allowed to stay, then they should be paying that back. You know,
There's a program on TV called Talking Pints. You know it? Okay, and I forget the gentleman's name. He was a politician or an MP, but he's not now. And they talk about the immigrants coming across and the amount of immigration, people coming across, illegal immigration. You know, everyone's in favour of legal immigration, but not illegal immigration. And there seems to be a bit of an uproar around the country about the amount of illegal immigrants that are coming into this country. Is that a subject that you are particularly bothered about, or?
Well, because of where I live and where I am, I don't witness it. You know, you only hear reports of how many are coming over. But
Is this like the ostrich with its head in the sand? Taking
no,
notice?
no. Well, no. It's like I said, I'm not interested in politics. You know, I have my life. I got my family. I got my friends.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I don't potentially want to worry about.
Yeah, I'm not trying to encourage Russell to come out with something that.
When you've been a paramedic for 20 years and you see, you know, religion and politics, football, people get heated. You know, life's too short to argue and worry about stuff like that. And you know, if you're worrying about that and you're getting, you know, it's not going to do your health much good. So I try and stay as cool and calm.
Right, so I'm just going to wrap it up now. But before I wrap it up, I want to congratulate Russell on becoming a grandfather, born about 2 hours ago from now, and their names are Flora and
Beatrix.
So, congratulations, mate.
Thank you, Mr. Tony.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap it up and say thank you very much for watching. And don't forget, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And Russell's sons are going to be watching this for the first time. They subscribed today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, James.
And Everly, my
And thank you, Sam.
other baby.
And your other baby. All the best. Take care out there. Bye-bye.